I'm feeling good this morning. Good morning, go bro. Share the stream. Let's go, man. My energy today. We're going to talk about some shit. Welcome, Thursday, Ronin Radio. Edition. Let's get it. Oh, and by the way, shout out to all the fucking Radioheads. Let's go. Yeah, I'm feeling it today, bro. Oh, man. Bro, you know what we need to discuss? Stark, low-key, because we got like, 25 minutes before market open. We haven't even spoken about Bitcoin today, bro. I'm excited to see what your thoughts are, but we're going to get into this show, like, pretty damn quick, man, because, like, there's work to be done, right? There's work to be done. I know a few weeks ago I would have done, like, a 4-hour show. I mean, I still would do that if the vibes were immaculate, but like at the end of the day, there's shit to do. We got shit to do. I stayed up till 4 a.m. doing something that yesterday wasn't even planned. I decided to do it yesterday. I came with the idea yesterday and I was like, okay, well, I'm doing it now. I was up till 4 a.m. I woke up 12:30 and we're back alive, bro. We can still got stuff to do, but the biggest thing right now is we are putting together Radiohead's Guild for Grand Arena. The top, I'll tell you what now, yeah? The top Mokies of all the land across Ronin are going to be in Radioheads. The other ones that actually are top Mokies and they're like deep in the trenches and all that, they're probably in Market Azil, and I don't mind that. Shout out to Market Azil. But Radioheads is going to be a much more focused, smaller, tight-knit group where expertise is a lot easier to breed in those environments, ladies and gentlemen. Also, not to mention the fact that the rewards that get given to these clubs and these guilds, well, if there's less people in there, it's a better distribution, right? So think about that one today as we are announcing Radioheads and trying to recruit some of the staff. Being led by the Moki, with a staff. I don't know, it's a proposition, you know, it's there, it's on the table. If you want it, take it. If you don't, suck a dick. We'll get started in about 5 more minutes, though, ladies and gentlemen, just making sure everything is set for today's show. Big topics. Moku's Grand Arena, obviously, at the forefront. Fableborn, there isn't really much to talk about now that it's over, but we can dress over some things. Evergreen grinds in Fishing, Frenzy, and Cambria. Things that are coming out of Tribely's arcade right now. But we do have to start looking forwards. And this year is the year that we go cross-chain or we go, you know, we go back to Ethereum. I don't think we talk about it much. I don't think it needs to be spoken about too much either. But a readdressing of it on today's show. And bonus content, you're going to get me yapping about fucking AI because that's all I can think about right now. So, you know, there you go. So stick around 5 more minutes and we will get this show on the road. Shout out to Market Azil. See him in the chat, bro. But go and repost the stream. Let's get this out of here. And we will start very shortly. Peace.
spoke to you. Do my eyes speak true? My soul's so in touch with yours tonight. Won't let my head take flight. We could leave this place, freedom ours to chase. What if I escape with you? What if I escape with you? What if I escape with Do you dream alone under the moon? Is it brighter, brighter when I'm with you? Is the afterglow strong enough to light this fire, fire back in us? Ooh, mixed emotions are still open, though we're apart. I get this feeling, I wanna be where you are. I wanna be where you are. I wanna be where you are. I get this feeling, I wanna be where you are. I wanna be where you are. I wanna be where you are. Are you wide awake, counting the stars, or just like
Okay, boys. Yo, just put me on the screen, bro. Put me on the screen. I can't be bothered anymore. Can't be bothered to sit here and just have to just hold it all in. Look, do I look like I woke up less than an hour ago? Because I did, motherfuckers. I did. You know why? Because I'm not addicted, but I'm so interested right now in how advanced and how far AI products have actually come. It's like I know you're hearing it everywhere, bro. I know. Fucking Gila talking about AI again. Fuck you, all right? Because when I was using AI tools 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago, actually, it was a little bit longer ago. They fucking sucked. They sucked penis. They were terrible. Like Will Smith spaghetti video, insert here. And then suddenly out of nowhere, Google fucking decided to stroke one out, bro, because they produced a beautiful baby, and that baby is Nano Banana. So, I'm deep in the trenches right now, and I might be going a bit crazy on the imagination, the things that are possible. Oh my God, what I can do now is fucking crazy. I haven't done anything yet. So there is that to be determined, okay? So fucking chill out. But at the same time, I just genuinely think if you're here, you live or operate in a digital space quite often, and you're not getting on top of these AI tools, bro, the separation gap is coming. I can see it. Oh, it just got bigger. It just got bigger. Anyway, let's get into today's show. Welcome. This is the Ronin Radio. If it's your first time coming through, I am Gila. This is probably 60% of the time how I look, but we're doing it today. If you've not actually seen the show yet, then that surprised me because I think the only people that exist on Twitter right now, engagement is way down. The only people that exist on Twitter right now are the actual loyal fans of the show. So shout out to you guys. You keep coming through every single show. I appreciate you. And big up to the radio server. Like we said, we started the show with the note that the Radio Heads Guild is being formed. We're gonna be the other end of the spectrum of the likes of Mark of the Zeal. Like, shout out to the Mark of the Zeal. Actually, you know what? I just seen Brit come in the chat. I love you, Brit, but Jet 2 holiday. Something beats a Jet 2 holiday. Something does. It was just a meme. She knows what I mean. Either way, shout out to the Mark of the Zeals and the holidays of the world. But we're probably gonna be the thorn in the side of these organizations. And if you want to know more about that, then all you need to do is go to the Ronin Radio Discord on Twitter and find out some of the information about the Radioheads. If you want to join our guild for Grand Arena, then the door is open, ladies and gentlemen. But as ever, this show is brought to you by the gaming blockchain that only exists because where the fuck are the others? Anyway, the greatest gaming blockchain on planet Earth, the Ronin Network. So shout out to the Ronin Network for supporting us. We're going to get into today's show with both legends. I can't believe it, bro. I feel so spoiled and lucky when both of these beautiful fellas are here to spend the day with me. So without further ado, let us commence with the show with my good friend. His name is Stuck. I love him very much. Welcome to the show.
Jesus Christ.
What's it?
I can't say you've introed me like that before, so...
That's the first time, bro. I get like one a year and I've used it already.
Lord.
There you go.
No, yeah.
I could actually do the same intro for my Canadian brother from another, Mr. Theban, because you guys are basically French as well. Welcome,
What?
sir.
Look at him, so studious.
Yeah. That guy's
Hello.
actually an adult. Hello.
Hello. How's it going?
It's good. I caught you in the middle of doing some work there and also called you French. I don't know if you caught any of that stuff, but welcome to the show, mate.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just had a little work I had to do real quick, but we're just finishing up here, so we're good.
Stark, do you remember when Theban said he hated this this camera stuff that we're doing right here? This is the one that's optimal for mobile. That's why I'm doing it.
How can it be optimal for mobile if it's like...
Can you see the vertical variation orientation?
Oh, right. Yeah. I see it now. Okay.
Like Theban's low-key ruining it for us. But actually the landscape variation, Theban fits perfectly. But I mean, you guys will probably find out what I mean in the clips. You make a clip.
Is Boom your new AI companion?
I named him after one of the greatest legends in the whole of the action community. Boom. So, but I mean, it's been a slow week, to be honest. There's fucking nothing really going on other than the Grand Arena talk. Februarborn has finished, Cambria's finished. No, not a bunch of news coming out of each of those projects. I don't see anyone really else starting to
SLP has been removed from Origins, which is not...
That's the big talk this week,
yeah, that's the big talk, I guess. It's not... It's still an announcement to talk about, right? It's not... But yeah.
Yeah, actually, Theban, we didn't have you here when we kind of covered it in an edge
You were
case.
waiting for me to be here, as if... I that used to be my thing, but I don't even play Axie anymore, so...
Yeah. But essentially... SLP cut from Origins. They obviously avoiding the extraction from bots. Stark did explain it to me, and I mean, I'm not ignorant to the fact, but like, I just wasn't acknowledging it as big a problem as what it actually is.
Is Mike going to shit?
Yeah. He does this. And
hold on.
He has software that's supposed to help the sound, and he refuses to remove it because apparently it makes it smoother. But every other sentence, it's like it sounds like he walks into another room, except. Yeah.
Except what?
Except you're right. We have a camera to see that you haven't even moved, and the sound's going in and out.
So I don't know what the fuck's wrong. All right, but hopefully you can hear me again.
Shove it in your mouth.
That's what I'm doing. I've
Yeah.
moved it down, and it won't. I'll be
Yeah,
here for the
so
rest
the
of the
thing
show.
is, I know like I had 30 or so scholars, and I'd say that the bottom 10 were 100, like never ranking, just asking me to pay out their SLP every season, and I think it's probably a good thing because it's very bottable.
Yeah. Well, this was a statement from Jiho's quote tweet in the official Axie tweet that spoke about SLP emissions and origins being or ceasing to exist, which was yesterday, so they don't exist today. This is in line with a key theme for 2026, restructuring and reimagining the Axie economy. That statement, right? That sentence right there, in the face of something that a lot of people are fudding and annoyed about, that sentence opens the doors for a lot. Like Geos is a smart motherfucker, mate. I'll tell you now. That sentence right there alone is one way to combat this from the jump. So it essentially saying that in 2026 they're actually going to be paying attention in detail to the Axie economy to counter the SLP being cut from Origins. But changing AXS rewards, app tokens they're gonna surface in 2026. I feel like we've been talking about app tokens since May,
Guys,
maybe June.
they just announced that they're removing the 0.5% fee from the Ronin wallet. Woohoo! Now that's a victory.
Is that what that was from Cairo?
Probably.
Have a look, check.
Actually, yes. No, it's not. That's another tweet. What's that? Oh, it is. It's just not the same ID as the tweet they post. I saw it in the Discord and it wasn't the same.
The
tweet
Ronin
ID.
wallet is now the place to swap to. Oh, so the thing that we moaned about, like we have to, if you go to like Katana and swap there rather than in the wallet, it was cheaper in Katana. Now is not a thing.
Yeah. Now it's they've aligned with that. But yeah, that's good. That's fine.
Why was this not a thing already? I mean, okay, cool. I'm happy, right? I'm happy about that. I didn't notice it. I didn't really give a shit to begin with, but a lot of people who have more money than me did give a shit. So there you go. It's important.
Because I set up my new computer recently, and I had to, because it was like an old motherboard. I couldn't like copy over the boot SSD, so I had to like reinstall everything and include like I would have ideally liked to just transport everything over, but I couldn't, so I had to import my seed phrase. And the Ronin wallet seed phrase experience was like way better than even on MetaMask. Like on Ronin, it just gave me all the wallets that had RON on it or assets on it to select, like by default. So instead, I don't know if anybody, well, probably Cairo, but maybe other people, if you've had multiple wallets, you'd have to go through and add and then delete because it added the first, the second, the third, you couldn't select. So now that experience was very smooth, and I've just found it. I don't know if it's just me coming up looking at it with a fresh face, but I feel like they've made a lot of improvements even on the release that came out a month ago that wasn't quite polished enough, or like with little glitches and stuff like that. I'm struggling to see negative things to say about the wallet. So
beautiful. That's what I like to hear. Because normally you're a fucking
No, I like being a contrarian. I like being a contrarian. It's good for content.
Yeah. No, it is, and I'm glad that you are the contrarian because I am. I'm like 0.5% fee, huh? What the fuck, So we need you. Thank you for being here. Theban, you had any thoughts on that? It's actually cool to know that the whole setup was seamless, though. That's really important. So.
Yeah.
Well, are we talking about Geo's post about SLP, or are we talking about this right now?
We're talking about the wallet right now. Yeah, and then we're going back. We can go back to Geo's after.
All right, because we kind of jumped really quick over there.
Yeah, we got ADHD. I'm sorry, bro.
Well, I mean, it's nice. I personally want to see more fees because I want this fucking network to make some money. But it is what it is.
Spliff and Magoo said it right. Being poor is dope, I guess.
Look at that profile picture.
It's got the Modern Warfare 2.
I'm just kidding, by the way. I think it's great for everyone, and I do think that the wallet has been amazing. Like, you open the wallet, you go through like the different wallets you got in there, and then it'll show you exactly how much money you got. You don't have to go and clicking on each individual one to see
Mm.
like what's involved. Like what Sark said is like it's just absolutely amazing. Like that's one of the most annoying things, like going through 50, 60 wallets or whatever, trying to find
Yeah.
where you left that $10. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and in 10 years it'll be $1,000, so you'll be happy to find it.
We've raged. We've raged. Yeah, no, you know, the wallet's always been a huge credit to the network in a sense.
What would
Like,
be cool?
it's performed.
The other thing that would be cool too is if they added like how many NFTs were in there. And speaking of NFTs, I'm so tired of all these like fucking scam NFTs like being dropped into your like wallet in your activities
Are you
and
still
like
getting those?
all these random token. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I still have them.
Oh,
I mean,
they
I guess
usually
that's the
target
thing,
people
like,
who have stuff in the account, you know.
Oh,
so.
fuck off. There we go.
Yeah,
That's true.
their goal is not to
Something
pollute the
worth
network.
stealing.
Their goal is not to pollute the network. Their goal is to like take money off you. But if you don't have any money, then
Yeah, I mean, there's $500 in here right now.
oh jeez, don't tell them
it's a low
that. Gila, rewind.
It's a low ticket.
Rewind.
No, I'm saying it's a low ticket, bro.
No,
No.
$500 in this economy is a big ticket,
Gila's
bro.
feeling left out, Star. Gila's feeling left out. He's like, scammers, where
literally-
are you?
I'm actually scrolling through my activity right now, saying like, when the fuck was the last time someone tried to scam me, bro? This is fucking terrible. Hey, yeah. Well, on that note, we can move back to the SLP conversation. But no, I do think this is really important to talk about. The Ronin wallet is one of the biggest selling points for Ronin as a whole. To bring people into a great wallet is
I
always
love it
important.
on mobile. Like I do a bit of Hyperliquid on the mobile, and it's like the only wallet browser that I can like. I don't know if I would be doing anything on my phone with crypto if it wasn't for the Ronin wallet, because it's so like the other wallets that I've tried anyway. There might be some that I obviously haven't tried yet, but all of the ones I've tried, the experience with the in-wallet browser is clunky, and then it's even more clunky if you're just on Chrome or Brave, and then you try to, and then it has to pop out, sign in the wallet, and it's not obviously that's not smooth because it's not integrated. Whereas in the Ronin wallet, it's like a smoother. It feels almost like a Chromium browser in there. So.
Yeah, they've done a really good job with it. Also, I want to shout out the cross-chain swaps. Well, I don't know why I said cross-chain swaps, but we've got people like Kyber Network. It's in-house in the wallet. Kyber Network, Li-Fi Protocol, and Relay. Actually, big shout out to Relay because they've been like opening up funds across crypto to different networks. Like Relay was like one of those exchanges that did a lot for me. So shout out to those guys. They are in the Ronin wallet as well. I'm sure there's educational content on how you would use them in the wallet itself. But yeah, like it's easier than ever. It's the easiest it's ever been to take funds from Ronin or from somewhere else to anywhere in crypto, right? So just big shout out to those those.
Yeah, it's when you're in the middle of a swap. I'm not sure in whiwhich window it pops up on the
you can
mobile,
like,
but it's when
down,
you're at some point when you're in the middle of a swap, you can select your provider.
Yes. Well, good stuff, man. Good stuff. And by the way, yeah, we need to get into the eyes of these financial products a little bit more. So we see you guys. We see what you're doing. And do they have? I was about to say, do they have like? Do they get that recognition? I don't think they really do, bro. No one really talks about it.
Maybe they're looking for a show to sponsor.
Maybe that.
Ronin Radio brought to you by Relay Protocol sounds pretty good to me.
It sounds fantastic. And on that note, let's move back to the conversation on Gihos's tweet with SLP. We're talking about app tokens when we left off. At least my ADHD brain does remember where we were before we went scampering around. But this is the post in question. Let's put it back up here. Yeah, Theben, I don't know what you're thinking about Axie this year. We ended the year with, shout out to Cairo coming on the show and saying, look, I'm not willing to talk about Axie until like something more comes out with his Tia's legacy. That might not even be the right quote. If he's in the chat, he can put his own quote in there. But it seems like there's definitely a huge drop off, right, from Axie Infinity. Back end of 2025. It is now 2026. they seem to be planting seeds for reasoning with fans of the IP, owners of the NFT, owners of the token in the ecosystem, like reasoning with them to start coming back and at least paying attention to things that they're doing. And then they are proposing that they will be doing things this year. I think the topic is less so specific about what Geos is saying in response to this and SLP being removed. I think the conversation is more about, you know, what can Axie look like this year if they is there the right things to do? Like, is there a way that they should be approaching it? Are they approaching it in the right way? You know, I really want to see an Axie resurgence in 2026, and it's been spoken of loosely in the opening of the year.
Mhm.
And some steps have, you know, essentially begun. Where does it go from here?
I'm gonna come out straight out and say it. I don't think there's a resurgence happening this year by choice, because if you shut down every project except Atia's Legacy, and it's at least 2 to 3 years until it's at best until it's a polished product, you can't expect a resurgence when you don't have any working products active, right? I think that the things there that you've highlighted are good, but it's like more experimenting to be deployed on Atia's Legacy. So it just feels more and more like there's all the eggs are in the same basket, and then there's more eggs being put in the basket every week. So we'll see. I think it's good. I think it's been talked about a lot. I think it's quite revolutionary to link to put a percentage of your reward linked to your on-chain reputation and stuff like that. Like, those are things that are going to last. Those things are going to last decades. Like the seeds of those ideas are going to last for decades, right? So we'll just have to see. But you know, like what in what product can Axie resurge in? If it's because we're just going to get a playtest or two maybe this year. Yeah. So it needs to be reframed then, because it's not about a resurgence. I don't know.
Yeah, it's you actually,
because even if there isn't a product, even if this AXS thing is even if it's rolled out perfectly, for it to like have a meaningful difference, it either needs to bring new players, new users, and there's no game, so that won't happen, or it needs to like pump the token to fuck. But if there's nobody using the token, you know, it's just more, and I'm not fudding at all, because I think this is needed, but it's a lull period, and that's why I was always kind of against the slowing down and the shutting down of the products and then you put all your eggs in a product that's 3 years away. Like 3 years in crypto is
2 lifetimes.
So we'll have to wait and see.
I'm you know, I stand quite closely aligned with that. I want to see Axie, you know, do shit this year, like do cool shit this year. I feel like Axie has been like an uncool, like broader topic for a lot of people in the crypto space for a while, which I'm not cool with. Like, I don't fuck with that. And like the present, I think like it's more of a presence thing. It's like, yeah, we know Axie exists. We know it has been like the most successful crypto game, right? But it's just not, it's not on the tip of people's tongues. It's not necessary to bring into their conversations external of, you know, the Axie community and you know, those things need, I think we need a shift on that. I think there should be campaigns or endeavors to really bring in like a different type of crowd this year, because we don't have, like, for example, we do have gaming products, right? It's not the fact that there isn't gaming product in Axie, but like there's nothing that is going to be engaging and driving millions of users or even thousands of users, right, towards the existing products. I think we should be collecting a new foundation of fans that come for different reasons, the IP and things like that. You know, you've seen like Moku have done a really good job with marketing, you know, on platforms like Instagram and TikTok with like the Moki IP in a cute.
Moku have a playable game that they're working on. So
yes, yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, bro. I get what you're saying. But like these, I guess, shallow impressions, like at least the IP is being impressed upon, right? Like I don't feel like Axie is really pushing that IP outwardly anywhere, right? It is firmly within the echo chamber of people who know about Axie and in this crypto gaming industry, right? Like I think that would be something for me this year if I was to put on the list of things to accomplish, and then the conversation of like what does this being accomplished look like is a different conversation to have, but I would have that on the whiteboard as like this year let's push Axie out to a broader community and try maybe a different approach. Maybe that's law, right? Let's like Zio made a tweet yesterday. Hey, look, he was using generative AI. He turned an Axie into a live image or video. This thing right here started to get some decent amount of views. Now, I'm not saying that this is, oh my God, this is game changer. At the end of the day,
Your
like
mic faded out a bit again.
at the end of the day, like this is it. But like we have an ability to impress upon people the lore, the story, and actually, really and truly, bro, there is deep lore behind it. Like Masamune, like I want him to get in his bag. Trong, let this man cook. Like we could put a lot of digital content out there this year to make people think, what is this Axie thing? This is fucking cool, right? Yeah, they may realize there's not an active product ready for them to walk into, but you can capture a large horde of people in that process to be in anticipation and to take part in the playtest. We should have brand new faces coming into playtests equally as much as we have, ourselves and loyal fans of Axie who've been here for a while.
Yeah. I guess that's the mission then for this year, is find a way to get new hands on a playtest, and I don't know how you do that without rewards. Yeah. In this economy, and I don't think there were no rewards for the first playtest, right? There were none, right? I wouldn't know my Samsung Galaxy S24 didn't work with the game, flagship Samsung phone, sorry. So I wouldn't know if there were rewards. And my old computer was so shit I couldn't even run an emulator. So
yeah, well, this time around it
skill
skill
issue.
Yeah.
No,
Mark and Zeal saying they will be working on that this year. I don't know if
it was earlier. I don't. If you can remind us what it was, that specific thing. It's funny how that specific thing is mentioned, and we have no.
That specific. Tell us. Is it that specific thing or the other
specific
one?
So I think
maybe they mean
that it's like how do you and that's what you were touching on with like IP and all of that. Like how do you onboard new people? Because let's accept this fact. Like if they've shelved Classic and Origins, I don't view them as like the only word in my mouth coming out is like playable experience, but because it's not being worked on, that's in the past. So it's like how do you get new people to test Atia's legacy and capture that magic? Like how do you get them in the door for the playtest? First of all, without rewards, we know that obviously rewards bring people, but let's say, is there a way to massively bring people in without rewards?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We got to get real creative this year in Ronin. I think that there's different sides of the network. Last year it was admitted that we kind of went into places where we didn't really have any edge. But I think we're getting into an environment like 2026 feels very, very different for me, where like things are moving exponentially faster. It feels like, and this is probably just because of the echo chamber of my algorithm, but it feels like so many people are congregating around newer techniques, which is upping their output. We're getting places faster, and like people on the internet are using things in different ways. So there's going to be important this year that Ronin is kind of creative in and around that. Like I would genuinely think if there was like some kind of facilitation in Ronin that, let me put it like this. One of the issues right now is I think there's going to be millions and millions of people trying to now adopt skill sets in AI tooling, right? There are thousands of different applications or websites that you can go to for that, right? And one of the hardest issues or barriers for people to learn is the fact that they don't know which one's best to do what job. and obviously I'm not saying turn Ronin into a fucking AI company by any means, but like being
That's the,
creative in an that's not the pitch. That's definitely not the pitch, right?
what's the
But I'm
pitch?
saying there's opportunities in that type of environment that do open up where you have like this huge surge of demand, and if you can like have a channel that flows through Ronin that at the endpoint, can help a user and they experience Ronin through that, like that's a lot of foot traffic essentially that it was untapped prior to that. Like I think we really have to get creative. This is obviously not solid plans or anything. I'm spitballing off the top of my head, but we have to be like fast as fuck, boy. Like we got to get back to that. And I feel like we have become super clunky, and it was an acknowledgement of last year. And I just don't think in 2026 we can afford to be like that again. And that's Ronin. That's everyone that's building in this space right now. Yeah. So, hey, we gotta. I mean, it's probably already discussions. There's things that are happening. We see it week 2 in the year, and we're already getting an update from the Ronin wallet, which was a recent complaint, right? So, there's definitely the ability to turn things over quickly. Where it would exist, what it would be.
Do you think that the next playtest for Atia's Legacy will have rewards?
No, I
don't
think they're gonna have.
You don't think any playtest will have rewards? So how are we getting new players? I'm talking Axie specifically, though. We're not talking about Ronin. How are we getting new Axie players this year? How is it not? How is it not straight from the top left to the bottom right for users and players of Axie and Axie buyers, Axie holders? What is stopping that from happening this year?
Yeah. That's pretty fucking bleak. I agree.
So I think you need rewards, and it could be a fun way to implement the Axie score implementation here. You could even make it so that if you own no assets, you almost make no money off the playtest. So that way you reward your OGs more, and then it makes people discover it. They're like, wait, what the fuck? Why am I only making 5% of my rewards? If I buy an Axie, it goes to 10. If I buy a collectible, it goes to 15. Holy shit, I've never done that before in any NFT ecosystem. This is cool. Yeah. Okay, let me buy this $20 summer. It's not worth it. I'll sell it back and not cash in my rewards. Okay, cool. I'll see you guys in the next playtest.
Yeah.
The whole point of the whole, like, why no to rewards if we're building a whole system to reward the right people? We should be rewarding more once we've released this reputation-based system.
Yeah.
No, I don't see any reason to not have rewards if the whole hiatus we're going on is to build this whole thing, to like reframe everything, even creator codes, everything has been removed to like strip it down to do it better. So why not just?
Well, what kind of rewards are you expecting?
I don't know. Just it could be. You could have a what do you call it? I was going to say bounty pass. What's the term? A battle pass, for example, and then you do the different quests and you unlock some AXS. You could either buy it. You could have a premium battle pass. You could have, and then it could be 0 rewards or 5% of the rewards if you don't own any Axie assets, so that free-to-play players don't make anything. Just to add, just so that people discover that tooling. It could be SLP, could be AXS, could be whatever. I just think that if there's no rewards in the next playtest, and let's say it's obviously if it's next month or something, and everything's not fleshed out yet, that's something. But if it's in 6 months and there's no implementation of any of this, I'm going to be very disappointed.
Yeah. I mean, I like rewards that are like limited edition stuff, like that's mainly for like the first ever user stuff, things like that. I think that could work. I'm not entirely sure if it would work, like giving away SLP or AXS, especially at these prices. Like it just doesn't make sense unless there's like a need for it, like unless you need a fuck ton of SLP, and you're also like there's a bunch of SLP going out as well, like. For the sake of the game,
like my argumentation, and like right now, the main problem Axie is going to face this year is like users and new users. So drop of users and complete lack of acquiral of new users. And that if that is not front and like one of the main things they're thinking about, then it can't not be, because they've decided to shelve active games. So they know that that's a risk. They probably thought about it way more than we have, and they've decided to shelve those games, knowing what that could mean. So what are the plans to acquire new users? And I think there we would. Even there, I was just kind of spitballing off the top of my head, just because it's the link of the last thing we're looking at, like the AXS reputation score. Like I think that needs almost that more so than a TS Legacy needs to be put in front of people's eyes to see, like, holy shit, this is what they're doing, and then this is a cool game.
Well,
yeah.
There was a little nasty in lounge yesterday. I don't know. I mean, I didn't personally attend. I don't know if anyone in the audience attended. So I would actually, be interested to hear anything that happened in there. If anyone did attend and you're in the chat, please let us know what you did hear from that. I think you are right, to be honest. Like, if the next playtest does come out and there is nothing from it, and like it's supposed to just be this feedback loop only, I think there will be a lot of disappointed participants. This year, the focus. You're right. The lounge. Oh, it was moved, right? The move. Okay, it was moved in 20 minutes. Okay, so there we go. We're gonna be able to ask some of these questions in 20 minutes in the Axie Discord. So we will cut the show beforehand so everyone can go over there. But I think you are right, Stark. The focus this year, if you are taking and finishing production with other products, the focus this year has to be, around acquisition, because it is a downwards trend that's happening right now. We got to turn that round at some point in this year, and also this year is going to be largely about playtests within a Tier's Legacy. So if those two things don't intertwine, like having an ability to acquire new users through these playtests, and then we know in this space that a lot of the time that acquisition doesn't happen without incentive. I'm always like opposed in some manner, where I'm like, well, like, do we really? Because to me, it just seems like an inevitability of, like, this is where I think Theban's suggestion is right, where you almost kind of have to look at the incentive drivers in a manner of, like, you just don't want to gut yourself, right? You don't want to just throw tokens around, right? So there has to be a real sophisticated distribution that goes with that. And if you can actually distribute things that kind of essentially zero cost then there's benefit to that for the company side. But then again, users like ourselves, it might feel a little lackluster. So a difficult situation for sure. But I would like to see an ability to pull new users in.
Of course, they're not gonna release AXS for free. We see it even with the bounty board, the premium bounty board. Like how you did it for a year, you're still doing it, and I'm sure if you did the math, you're losing money on it. So they know how to make it so that to make sure you're spending more in the fucking ecosystem than you are getting out of it. It's not going to be a problem. It's more about, are they thinking about it? Is it planned?
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I would actually like to see, though, like that Zio's video is a point of inspiration, where I think we should just be putting the IP out there so much more, and with like a sophisticated approach to that, like different social medias, like fuck Twitter, fuck X for right now with Axie, like visual platforms like Instagram, like TikTok. I think we should really have a core focus around expansion in those markets, and right now with the generative AI tools that are available, like there's a huge opportunity for virality. So we need to lean into that, and I think we should look into having an extension of like the Axie team that does that, right? Like, or that is like a part of like employed almost to do that for Axie. So anyway, the lounge will be in now 15 minutes. Other topics that I did have listed today, we can move on from the whole Axie thing, right? Was just recounting everything that's going on. But the main focus is, we found out 13th of January 13th is the day that these booster boxes will be flying and packs will be ripped, ladies and gentlemen.
I cannot wait.
Yeah, I'm literally in a visa, like I'm in the American embassy at the exact time that this shit goes live.
Sorry, what was the date again?
13th of January.
I can't believe, like, I remember looking at them just before Christmas, and they were like $22. They've tripled in price. Anybody who bought a booster box in the first 3 weeks of December is up 200%.
Yeah.
If you dumped $1,000 on booster boxes on this on the December 21st, 22nd, in 3 weeks you've tripled your money. And we haven't even started opening them to diminish the supply and see the hype behind them and see the art. Like, holy fucking fuck!
This is
they were $20, bro, and they minted at what was it? 100.
It was like 100 RON.
100 RON. So
maybe
$50. They minted at $50. They're up in dollars when RON is down 80% in that time.
It's actually it's crazy how the Moku ecosystem is like it is propping up so many people right now in terms of dollar value, and since investing, like if we go back, I mean, Stark, you can tell the story on your situation, right?
Yeah, like I went a bit crazy when I did the raffle, and then you had the tickets and you could like spend them to like try to get the champion slot and stuff like that after the raffle. And I think I went a bit overboard, so I did spend like 20,000 RON trying to roll a champion slot, and now I have all these gems, and they've retained their dollar value when RON has gone down 80%. So, so gems are a hedge against RONflation.
yeah. Hey, good play for sure, and I'm sure we will have a lot of fun ripping the shit out of those packs on January 13th. It is actually a Tuesday as well. Like I said, I will be at the embassy at that time, and the show is scheduled to be a little bit later, so I should be free by the time the show goes live.
Yeah,
we can save some of those bumhole gems, mate, and get to ripping on the show. So next week, just put it in your calendars, bro. January 13th. You're going to be ripping packs. You're going to be seeing people rip packs all over the ecosystem. But here on the Ronin Radio, we'll do like a mega opening and breakdown of everything going on. But just to give people a scope on what is happening, maybe you're just now hearing about Moku and Grand Arena and everything. I'm not going to go into too much detail on Grand Arena. There's enough info out there. Go and search it down. But the packs that you're ripping, right? They are going to contain cards, and cards are at the core of Grand Arena. There's two types of cards: Moki cards, which represent the champion Mokis. The whole preseason that just happened with Grand Arena was to select the champion Mokis. There were 100 champions selected, and then the one-of-ones are automatically in there. Anyway, there were also some bonus champions that got added for endeavors that were closely linked to Moku. But that Moki cards are going to represent them. They're shown in 4 different tiers of rarity and their current power level. A snapshot of how that Moki has performed in recent matches, as it says. I don't know if that's going to be like basically the season ended, right? And then that's going to be their power level. The new thing that we don't know we do know things about, we don't know too much about, is the scheme cards, which is actually going to modify your lineup, how your lineup gets points. Meaning you can have an identical lineup to somebody else, but have different scheme cards, and you would score points differently depending on the scheme card used. And how Grand Arena is going to play out is you're going to need to have cards. You're going to need to have at least 4 Moki cards to submit a lineup. You will submit your fantasy team, the best team that you think that you have, the best 4 Mokis and a scheme card with that, and submit that lineup. And then every day that the games are taking place, you will score accordingly. And of course, that will all generate into a leaderboard.
I'm excited to dive into this when it comes
out.
It's
going to be fun. Like my questions are around the fact of like, okay, do we have access to multiple lineups? I don't want to have to multi-account to test multiple lineups. If we have the cards, I don't think that's.
You mean as in like more than 4 cards in a scheme per account? Or
yes,
yeah, of course. I think they were in that same tweet. I think it says it's the whole point is to have, and it might have been another one I was reading earlier about Hantao talking about the guilds, but about like they want to reward or players with a large collection of cards, basically.
Yep. So, there's also the ability to burn the cards to raise the rarity level of these cards as well. So supply
I think it's
it's
30 packs. It's 30 packs in a booster pack.
Yes.
Yeah.
30 packs. And what does one pack contain? Does it say in here? It doesn't say what the pack contains. I haven't seen that anywhere yet. Maybe that's just me not looking hard enough.
And you get a chance at right now, I think the booster boxes, like basically someone did the math, and because you can buy packs with the gems, and the gems are priced in dollars because of however it was. And so they're saying that the booster boxes from the card packs alone are valued at $90, and that's not to mention that the stuff you can get as well in the booster box. So
it's 5 cards per pack.
Yeah, and you can get there's other things in a booster box. So I expect the floor to rise a little bit more, but we'll see.
So one booster box is 150 cards.
The trader
right
in
now.
me is looking at like, would you buy something at 70 for it to go to 90, or should I have just gotten in at 22? You know?
Wow. Yeah. It doesn't take Einstein's answer that one. But for right now, it is $65, right? Dollar price for the Grand Arena booster box, 483 run on the Ronin marketplace. That is the floor price. One booster box is going to get you 150 cards, which is $65 is 150 cards right now. So I know Stark's probably doing calculations or something on his screen right now, but essentially $2.30 per card. You know, at the current floor price. And then when everything opens up, Grand Arena opens up, like you said, $90 is roughly going to be what it is for the equivalent of a booster box, right? 30 packs. And that then changes the situation a little bit more.
This is the beauty of having a cash dollar USDC, or I don't know if that's the stable coin they're using.
Yeah.
But of having a cash prize, not a TGE prize, not a thing like that. That decision is, I'll maintain that I think that specific decision is what has kept the booster boxes high up in dollars. It's what's kept the Mokis up in dollar, despite the price of Ron. And incredibly smart decision by the team to not do it around the token, not release a token. I don't know if they have plans to release a token, or at least not yet, because I don't think
I need to. I think the USDC
that decision that has helped. That is like, we would be in an entirely different world if there was like, $1 million in Moku token that you'll get in 2028. We're not seeing $70 booster boxes, bro.
And I think that effect is rippling across the ecosystem right now. We can talk about it. I do want to have people go over to the Axie Q&A, but let's be honest, like that will take a few minutes to start up, so we will overspill a little bit here. Just to make a note at this point, like this is your final warning, right? This shit goes live on Tuesday next week. But if $90 is the price equivalent of 30 packs in the released product, right? That means it is $1.60 per card, right? So
that's not the math, but that's okay.
That's not the math. That's definitely not the math.
Oh my God, Gila, dude!
Not the math.
It's the second time you did it. There's 30 packs times 5 is 150 divided by 90.
No, wait. Yo,
No, you did that.
tell ChatGPT to act correctly. $90.
It's the other way around. It's 60 cents a card. You divided the other way around. You are almost there.
I was close because I didn't do the 5 packs in the equation. All right, listen. Anyway, bro, it's cheaper. That's it. That's all we need to know. That's the essence of the math. All right, it's cheaper. I think the effect is overspilling the ecosystem, right? Moku not having a token, I think, is one of their strengths right now. And you know, we're not gonna like overlook it. There was something that happened this week with Kitty, and I think they've been doing a lot of communication around these things. The Kitty token nosedived. It did. You know, and to quote announcements that did happen with Kitty in their Discord. Like, I will say this before like we go into this topic a little bit more, but I will say this, that the Kitty Labs, right? Kitty World is the game. Kitty Labs is the development side of things. The Kitty Labs have done so much in this ecosystem in a short period of time, of so much value. And there is no signs of that stopping or slowing down. Only signs, especially in this environment that we have right now, of that improving, right? But they wanted to make the clarification, and there have been snapshots taken for token holders prior to their announcements that kind of came out, and the shift in pricing for Kitty. They've labeled it a new chapter. I think it is probably an important step to make. I really do think that a lot of the time, unless you really have a solid level of sophistication, and then on top of that, a fucking like fat whale, fucking, or like market maker, or some kind of institution-based money fund to prop this thing up and make it work. Like tokens for these games specifically are a nightmare. They really are. They're horrible to manage. And like, you know, having done it on small scale in the past, it has been some of the most stressful situations I've found myself in this industry. Is like, you know, how do you really get the economics or the tokenomics to make fucking sense for one, being a good thing for the business and revenue, or just being a good thing for the business and operations, but also being beneficial to the holders of that token too. And it is a really, really tricky game. So, you know, if you were close to Kitty and you did see the announcements this week, then you'll have understood the narrative around that and why these things are happening. If you didn't and you've just seen the price change, then I would implore you to go and check out the communication that the team is putting out.
The real problem is they had no control over their token, right? Because it's like, it was through Tamameme, it was like this fair launch platform and so on, and like the only fair launch that I don't even think any fair launches work. They're just meant for like meme coins. That's it. Yeah. Right. Yeah. If you're an actual project, like you actually need to be able to control your supply and manage it the best that you can. And like when all your tokens are out there, you literally have no leverage. Also, if you're a project that's actually like doing shit, getting shit done, like you also need investments, you know, to go to the next level. And like when you have a token out there, you actually lose all leverage. You look at Moku, right? Like people gladly invest into Moku nonstop every single year. But imagine if they launched a token 4 years ago or 3 years ago. Yeah. What do you think? You think they would be where they are right now?
No.
You think they'd be able to do $1 million event? No way. Like launching a token, you have to be extremely careful when you could do it and how you do it, right? Has to have like great purpose, and you must have plenty of runway and ammunition to be able to buy back as well.
Yeah. I think about like the Pudgy token, which was even though obviously the price went down, but if you reward all your holders, you have less. I don't know. I think that's one of the more successful launches of an NFT token and an NFT project that then had a token, because I think every Pudgy holder, I think at the time, got airdropped $100,000 for holding a $20,000 asset. So you do that, you manage to do that, then you're like, and then it's fair game, you know. First of all, you finance your project a bit more, and then no holder can't complain about the token.
Yeah, I genuinely think that it is a better approach nowadays. I think the modern approach for crypto-based gaming companies is actually not going to be token focused. I think that we're going to move towards an environment that I want to see as well, where it's actually ecosystem token focus, and to plug in utilities for that, and then just manage your operations in USDC, and in a fixed value of you know, that dollar. So we will see. Power is a thing though, and they could be a proving factor. But again, like I said, the sophistication around the launch of that and the preparation that went into that, not everyone is going to be capable of doing such things. So it'll be an interesting year to find out or see how people or how these projects, you know, approach those things. Let's stop talking about numbers. But before we do that, let me just revisit the fucking dog shit that it's spewed out. It was a dog shit prompt anyway, but the difference in price right now at the floor price of booster boxes, right, is almost a quarter. You're 27% cheaper to get a booster box on the floor right now than it will be next week with the USDC value potentially. So that's where it is, right? Price per card for the floor price of booster boxes right now is 0.43, and you have the chance of a higher rarity in those booster boxes. And then at $90 USDC for 30 packs, is going to be 60
I
cents.
just think it's
per snap.
crazy when you look at the analytics that on the 24th of December at 5 a.m. the floor price was still $20 or like $25. Jesus, I can't believe I missed that. Unacceptable.
At $20 stock, mate.
I mean, let's be real though, right? Like sentiment was fucking horrible. Like it
Yeah.
was
Not
no
on
one was
Moku.
looking at anything.
Not on Moku, and I know I was looking.
And everything was horrible, man. I mean, you just
Mate.
watch like Ron melt down. Like you can't really
But
stop yourself, you know.
At 13 cents per card at $20, bro, your return on investment, all you had to do was sell a card for 13 cents. And I think, if I know anything, I think the cards are going to be a bit of a heavier market than that. So if you did get in at that point, if that was your entry, fucking congratulations to you, mate. But like we're saying, it's not too late.
I can't wait to see how this all develops this month and next month.
We should actually be pushing way more the outside or the external opportunity to come into Ronin at this point, and this be a great point for opportunity. You know what I mean? Like there is going to be an opportunity because the demand for the Moki cards, I think, will surge. There are people who are seriously dedicated towards this already, and if we've got this rarity scaling functionality too, like even the basis, the common, the lowest rarity of cards is still going to be a utility factor. So like I genuinely think that if we're looking at the price of the floor price right now at 65, right, we're looking at 43 cents per card, right? Like, do you think a card could potentially be $1 a card in the start of season 1?
We'll see. It depends. It's hard to tell. I like how before this you just said let's not talk about numbers.
Nah, but now I've got ChatGPT actually on my side, right? I'm down, bro. We can talk numbers all day. Yeah?
We'll see. I just like getting my hands on a product and then I can make quick guesstimations. But until it rolls out and you
put
start
your neck on the chopping block, bro. Mate.
I don't know because I can't grasp. I need to get my hands dirty. It's might be weird to say because it's all it never literally it's not tangible objects, right? But I need the thing to be rolling out. I need to be in my element, looking at the market activity, all of that, looking at the Discord, seeing the sentiment. What are people telling me? What are people asking me? What's on Twitter? And then you get a good feel for then I'll be able to make a guess.
Yeah. And all of this is going to go down, ladies and gentlemen, in the radio server. Today, you can join Radioheads, and we are forming a guild for Grand Arena. The great math that you experienced on this show today is going to be shared in abundance in Radiohead's guild. So, that is something to look forward to. But also, I think a conversation I would like to have, which we're not going to have on air right here, is talking to Stark about his butthole gem strategy and how we will go about that once we get live. But we won't do that. I think it's that time though, ladies and gentlemen. We spoke about a couple of things. We're gonna let things fly because I want people to go and attend the Axie Q&A. There's a lot of fans of the show here that are definitely still curious of things happening in Axie. I want to give you guys the freedom of time to go and do that. Unless any of you guys are opposed to that, you have any more topics you think we must cover right now? Other than that, we will head towards the end of the show. Anything else?
I can't think of anything else.
Yeah, man. Yep. Last scour of Twitter. And nada. Absolutely nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to another Ronin Radio, bro. We are back on Tuesday, like we said. It's going to be ripping packs all fucking show.
I can't
wait. Yeah, I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that. I might try my luck and wait. Well, I'm going to wait until they say thumbs up at the embassy, and then I'm going to ask the embassy interviewer to rip a Moki pack with me.
Oh my god, he's going to fuck up his interview
and see if they're down for it. They might be like, "Oh fuck, we're not letting another content creator."
Another fucking degenerate motherfucker.
Right.
Another crypto, bro.
Come right in, sir. The door's right here.
Come on! I'm gonna be excited, bro.
Imagine she says, "Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I wasn't aware of your game. Here's the speed track."
Yeah.
If they ask you if you're a crypto bro, just tell them you're not one of the bad ones. You're one of the good ones, aka one of the broke ones.
That word is banned. I'm not saying that at all in the embassy.
Just tell them, sir, I'm a crypto bro, but without money, so it's fine. Just
It's fine, yeah. I'm not doing that.
I'm just one of the bag holders. Don't worry.
I'm a round trip. I will round trip the US dollar for
if
you
you have
guys.
any rice or vegetables as well. So.
Yeah, plenty of stuff. But no, tune in to see how that goes, because I don't actually know if by the time the show starts I'll still be in that building. And you try me, mate. I'll join. I'll be in there with my headphones in. But yeah, man, I hope you guys enjoy the weekend. Stay close. If you are interested in joining the Grand Arena Guild, like we said, Radioheads is now open. Go check out our Twitter page for the links to that. You can join the server today. A lot of activity in there with some solid people. And other than that, ladies and gentlemen, it's been Ronin Radio. Thank you so very much. We will catch you on Tuesday, and I will work on my math. Okay, I promise you that. I'll work on my math.
Okay. Love you. Bye.
See you later, guys. Just a final announcement and warning. If you are free right now, go and head over to the Acti Discord, where you will be able to tune into the Lunacian Lounge with Jeff Cam, Cruz, and Jace the Wizard. Let's find out, bro. I'm about to go there and flame shit. About to comment, how are you going to make me money 20 times in a row? All right, I'll see you there. Oh, and also, this would be the beautiful part of the show where we would be able to feature your company, your game, your brand right here, right now. It's 2026. We are putting out a new offer to a lot of people in this space. The year of the sponsor deals, mate. It's going down. If you think you know a brand that could benefit from being here with us every single week, every single show, do not hesitate, bro. Reach out to us. Send us a DM.
Sunshine. Folks get down in the sunshine. Sunshine. Everybody loves the sunshine. Folks get down in the sunshine. Sunshine. Everybody loves the sunshine.
Not a chance that I can't hear any of you fuckers right now, and you actually are.
Oh, shut up!